Hello. I'm Heather, and this is knitting update number 21 for Tuesday, February 3rd, 2026. And it is overcast today. It's not snowing, and it's not that cold. So, might as well. I can talk about what I'm wearing quickly first, and that is my White Mountains raglan sweater by Midori Hirose. I knit the size medium 2, and it is in felted tweed. I don't know the colorway, it's like a bluish color, and then I held it with a Hello Stella mohair that's like a light grayish purpley color, and I kind of like the effect that it gives. I like the tweedy bits in the felted tweed, and I like how the mohair adds the halo and kind of like a nice grayish color, because I wasn't a huge fan of the color of the felted tweed, but I got it at a thrift store for super cheap, and I only used 5 balls to make this sweater and half a skein of the mohair, and I did a funnel neck, and then I just did rolled hems for all the rest. Yeah, I talked about this a bit before, but in case this is your first time here, that's my sweater. And now let's move on to the knitting updates. So I haven't made much progress. I don't know. I haven't really been in a knitting mood, or haven't had the time as much. I don't know what it is. It is what it is. Why am I trying to figure it out? So first I'll start with, since I'm wearing my White Mountains, I'm going to talk about my in progress White Mountains sweater. And I have made progress on the body, actually. So I finished the sleeve, and then I decided out of laziness this morning, I decided I would just continue working on the body. Since I had been knitting the sleeve while I still had the yarn attached to the body, it was kind of a pain in the butt. And now that I'm done one sleeve, I kind of have a good idea of how much yarn I need for the second sleeve and how much I can kind of use for the body, because I'm using yarn that I frogged from a different sweater, the Gib Raglan by Andrea Mowry. I didn't really like the color. I didn't really like the fit of it or something. There's something about it I didn't like. It was a really pretty sweater, but it didn't work for me. So I decided to frog it, and now I'm holding the yarn is Briggs Little Regal, which is their worsted weight in this light brown colorway. And I'm holding it with this Handmaiden kid mohair, which is silk mohair. Let me look at it. Fine kid mohair and silk, 70% fine kid mohair, 30% silk, in the colorway chai latte, which I think is very pretty, and came in a huge skein of 1,000 meters, so that should do me for the whole sweater. And yeah, so I'm done the one sleeve. Now I'm working on the body, and the body on this sweater is not very long. Like, I only knit this much down from the raglan, but I think I do want to make this one a little bit longer. I also made the sleeves on this one longer. They look really short to me, but I think it's just the proportions of the sweater, because I did measure it compared to this one. This one, the sleeves come right to my wrist, but I wanted the sleeves a little bit longer for this. So I think I did about 4 inches extra, and I assume when I block it, it will stretch out a bit, because I have only ever had that experience with blocking. I've never had things shrink or end up smaller. And I've blocked this before when I made it into the Gib, and I don't think it shrank or anything like that. But yeah, I'm happy with the progress. I'm happy with how it looks. Nothing more to say about that. And then I do have progress on one other thing. Oh, well, I'll show you the progress first. So I was knitting on this as well. My Pearl Ridge shortie sock. So I finished the cuff, and now I'm just going on to the leg. I can show you my completed one if you haven't been here before, but this is what my completed one looks like. I don't know why it's having a hard time focusing, but Yeah, so the pattern is by Summer Lee. It's in the wide rib sock set. These are shorties, so in her pattern, it's just basically the cuff, and then you start with the heel flap and gusset. And I decided to just modify it to make it into a longer sock. But even like for being a shorty, her cuff is actually longer than this, so it is a shorty, I guess, but it's a little bit longer than a regular shorty, is what I'm trying to say. Yeah, so I've done this much so far. And I kind of think I should save this for when I'm at chemo this week, because that'll be an easy project to work on. Or maybe I'll try to get the heel flap. I don't know. It doesn't matter. That part's easy too. So that's it for my progress on my current projects. And then I have one other finish item that I didn't show you yesterday, which, whatever. But it's kind of the reason why I made that project bag. I really decided that I needed a little tissue holder. So I made myself one to hang on the outside of my purse. And I don't think I'll have the tissue hanging out like that, but so it's like a little purse charm that I can hang off my purse, because when we were out on the weekend, my nose was really runny, I think because of the cold. And then one of the downsides of not having any hair is I also don't have any hair in my nose, and I think it just makes it harder. I've just been having more issues with my nose being runny, and it's really annoying, and I'm really self-conscious about it. So I never really carry tissues with me, but I think now I'm going to have to. So I made myself this little pouchy, and I can put just those little pocket tissues in there, like the little pocket packs or whatever, and then I can have tissues readily available for me whenever I need them, which I'm very excited about. Yeah, that's it for today. That's all I have to talk about. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.